How's everybody doing out there today? This is a little video of something I kind of discovered here and I want to warn you about, and I think it's really important, and I can't stress that enough. So we got our typical 89 F-150 here, you know, modern vehicle, after 67, after the federal mandate of this. Alright, so typical dual brake master cylinder. 67 was a federal mandate that all vehicles were required to have a dual brake master cylinder. If you look at a 66 Chevelle, they have a single. The 67 up always has a dual. Now there are different styles. If you got a disc drum version or a disc, or in this case this is a drum brake master cylinder, but they are different styles. But it is a dual master cylinder. Alright, typical 98 Dodge Durango has a disc drum dual brake master cylinder, right? Alright, 69 C10, also a drum dual brake master cylinder. 78 Ford F-150, also a dual brake master cylinder. But notice how this back reservoir here is bigger than the front. Like some master cylinders, the bigger reservoir is the front brakes. So this is actually reversed. So keep that in mind, because this is actually your rear brakes. If you come across this, just goes to your rear brakes, and then the line back here is actually your front brakes. Keep that in mind. So make sure you get them plumbed correctly. Let me show you something else here. Alright, so I just popped the lid off here. Got that popped off here. And this is where we're going to get a little bit more informative, I guess you would say. More information. Alright, that's a dual brake master cylinder, just like I said. This reservoir is for the front brakes. The smaller chamber goes to your rear. Let's get that to focus. Now, this is where it's extremely important. You see this wall right here? That separates these two reservoirs, and what makes this a true dual brake master cylinder. All these master cylinders I've showed you, except for, we will get to the other one in just a second, have this wall across. My Chevelle, my C10, and the other vehicle I showed you too. This one right here, and then the Highboy that I have not showed you that. Make sure that wall is present. Alright. So I showed you that. Moving on along. If I can do this one-handed. 69 C10. Just a little word of advice, just like I mentioned. It's the other way around. This is your front brakes. This is your rear brakes. Front, rear. The Fords are flipped on some of them master cylinders. Even on the drum, or even the disc drum. Or even the disc. You have to watch out for that. Alright, let's get to the important part. 59 Chevy Biscayne, single brake master cylinder. Stay away from them. No. Don't use those. Use a dual. Alright, so we got our typical 89 F-150 Ford here. And I went ahead and removed this master cylinder reservoir from our master cylinder down there. It actually comes apart in two pieces, and we just took in we used our specialty tool here. Nothing too complicated, but we just used our special tool here, and this is where I want to show you is this dual brake master cylinder. Is it? It looks like it. I think it is. Not 100% sure. Let's find out. So I've taken and cut it open, and I'm going to lay this down. Let's see. You know, we just took our, you know, regular old special tool right here. Let's find out. Is this a dual brake master cylinder? I'm not sure. I think it is. Okay, does it have walls there? Yeah. We have one right there. Look like we got two walls there. Ignore that plug, that's just for a center. That's for the brake warning light. Right in there, in the center there, we don't care about that. But it looks like it's got two walls in there. And it looks like it's like a float or something down in there. But as you pour fluid in, you know, it's going to go down. Let's get this to focus here. Is this a dual brake master cylinder? It looks like it. But is it really? Okay. Let's get in the light here. Alright, if you focus right in there, we look right in here. There we go. Right in there, there's a little slot, right? Then we come up here, there's another little slot. Right in there. And it goes all the way down to the bottom of the reservoir. Alright? Sure does. And then the same way with the back one too. All the way down to the bottom. We can focus there. Now this little slot right in here, as you pour fluid in, it comes through here, and then it goes through that little float thing, and then it flows out, right? And then it sits on this bottom. So as you're filling this up, fluid goes to both sides. And it's got two walls there, right? But it's got two slots that go all the way down to the bottom. On both of them. There's one there, and there's one there. So is this, the real question, is this a true brake master cylinder that's dual? Nope, it's not. Because guess what? This is pretty much useless, because if you ever lose back brakes or front brakes, as you're putting fluid in this thing, it's no wall, no true one-piece wall like the one I have over here. Just like the one right here. This is a dual brake master cylinder, but this is the wall I'm talking about. This is a cast iron one, but does it matter? No, it shouldn't. But that wall goes all the way down to the bottom of our master cylinder, right? Sure does. All the way down. One complete wall separating. If I was to fill this up, it should not go over there. Here's the real test.